Namaskar and a very good morning. Welcome to the audiocast from Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide, Anindya Banerjee. A very eventful week is upon us. जिस हिसाब से volatility has been compressed in USDINR to record lows, both realized as well as implied. तो एक कोई भी trigger can set off higher volatility in the coming days. First up, we have the US Fed meeting. वो कल रात को है और उसका impact will be seen in USDINR in the onshore market on Thursday. And second, on Thursday evening, ECB का meeting है. Now, out of the two, of course, Fed is going to have the biggest impact. Now, Fed का expectation क्या है? Market is expecting Fed to hike rates by 25 basis points. But at the same time, market is also expecting that Fed will signal a pause. मतलब this will be the last hike. There are two factors at play. एक तरफ जैसे high rates already is taking an impact or taking a toll on the US economy. US housing sector is slowing down और US में housing sector बहुत ही important है. US में housing sector is slowing down. There is global slowdown in growth as well. It's just not a US phenomena. It's a global growth slowdown which is happening और जिसका impact is being seen across the board in Asian and emerging market countries as well, जिसका भी impact US economy पे आ रहा है. So उसका भी एक negative impact है. Third, जो banking crisis unfold हुआ है अमेरिका में, and we have just seen the First Republic Bank being bailed out by JP Morgan. तो जिसके कारण the expectation is that the lending standards in America have already started to tighten. मतलब credit availability can get impacted in the coming quarters. जिसका इसका direct impact, direct negative impact will be felt on the US economy. So slowdown in the housing, global economic growth slowdown, tightening in lending standards, and more possible issues in the banking sector and financial sector. And we all already know what is this state of the technology sector as well. So because of which it is expected that the US economy will slow down dramatically in the coming quarters. That should bring down inflation as well. So that's why the market expects the Fed to pause after this hike and possibly cut rates by 50 basis points in November and December, जो अभी का market expectation है. यहाँ पे दो factors which we have to watch, which can change the scenarios. एक है कि जो labor market है, जो job market है, it is still tight, especially the services sector, जिससे कारण the core inflation is not falling now. It's very slow to fall. The headline has fallen, but the core inflation is not falling. Wage growth में slow down है, but the slowdown is not that dramatic yet. So जिसके कारण the Fed may not turn dovish immediately. But on this other side, as I said, there is always a risk of tightening in the lending standards or more problems in the banking sector, जिसके कारण एक negative spillover effect हो सकता है. Plus there is the US debt ceiling. Now the US Treasury Secretary was out saying that June 1st के आसपास US may actually run out of options to pay its obligations, and they should raise the debt ceiling by before that date. So somewhere around June, the US has to raise the debt ceiling, or there can be a government shutdown, which can have negative impact on the economy. So ये सब कारण, these are the factors which we have to watch, which can change the situation. But as of now, as I said, market expects a hike and then a extended pause followed by rate cuts later in the year. So इसलिए Fed का जो language है, जो stance है, वो बहुत ही important रहेगा कल रात को. And जिस हिसाब से volatility compress हुआ है, उस हिसाब से अगर कोई भी unexpected comments आया या actions आया from Fed, let's say Fed doesn't hike and they simply pause, तो उसका direct impact volatility पे आ सकता है and volatility can increase. So one trade which we are going to keep a watch, this is not a trade which we have done for a very, very long time, and probably in over a year now. That is long straddle. Yes, you heard me right. Long straddle, right? We have been selling straddle all through. So जो जिस हिसाब से weekly options का straddle premium has compressed. So it's not something I'm just issuing a trade recommendation right away, but that's something to keep a watch on. अगर 20 पैसे के नीचे या आसपास this straddle premium comes to जो 4th को expired, which means just after the Fed meeting, तो एक बेट लिया जा सकता है. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 81.75 स्ट्राइक. तो एक बेट लिया जा सकता है 15 पैसे का रिस्क लेके. That is, if it's around 20 paisa or 18 paisa, you put a stop at 5 paisa or 3 paisa and then go long, because it's a calculated bet on expansion in volatility. If it doesn't happen, the risk is around 15 paisa because you are maintaining a stop. But again, we will be issuing that kind of a trade. We'll be watching the market and just keep a watch on our Telegram channel. We'll be updating you through that. Now 81.50 60 के आसपास, और rather 81.60 के आसपास is the strong support. 81.60 के नीचे अगर sustain होता है, the next we could see a move towards 81.25 levels, and उसके नीचे it's at least technically it's a breakdown. And at the same time 82.20 to 82.30 is a major resistance. उसके ऊपर अगर ये जाके sustain होता है, then we can say at least there is a short term breakout in prices and a momentum move हो सकता है 50-60 पैसे का. So 82.30 के आसपास और नीचे में 81.60 के आसपास is the major support, major resistance and major support. But फिलहाल का range तो और भी compressed है. In fact, last couple of weeks it is just making even 10 to 15 paisa moves, and capturable moves is like 5 to 6 paisa. But again, this is an interesting eventful week, so keep an eye. Economic data front में जो Chinese data था आज सुबह, the PMI numbers that were unimpressive, basically showed a contraction in the Chinese economy. So we could see more stimulatory measures from the Chinese government in the coming days. So that's it, folks. This is Anindya Banerjee signing off. Have a fantastic day ahead.